The daylily is a flower used widely in cooking and traditional medicine in China. Packs of dried daylily are a staple of markets across the country. To look at it, you would never know the enormous role that this unassuming yellow flower has played in helping the underprivileged in northern Shanxi transform their lives. But the economic power of this small flower was recognized this week when President Xi Jinping visited a farming community in Datong, Shanxi. Xi Wen was working in the fields when the president visited.
特别深刻的是我感觉到而且习总书记呀，他经常下来这个对农民最了解了，人家学问的东西。就是比我们自己亲身经历的和掌握的样样的对口。
Despite his humble beginnings, the 68-year-old farmer was able to help his son buy a city apartment thanks to this flower. And this story is not unusual. The village has daylily college students, daylily cars, and daylily houses. These once rare species blossom across the community. Daylilies have helped elevate the lives of many in this area. Daylilies have been grown in Yunzhou for at least 600 years, but it wasn't that long ago that large-scale production began in earnest. In just 10 years, the district has seen its daylily field coverage grow tenfold to around 10,000 hectares. To help industrialise the process, the local government has helped build processing factories and cold storage facilities. And farmers benefit from insurance policies that guarantee incomes should prices fall. In 2019, daylily generated revenue topped 65 million yuan on this farm alone. Daylily farming is just one of many successful chapters in China's rural poverty alleviation campaign. Only 3 weeks ago, during an inspection tour of the neighbouring province of Shanxi, she met local visitors that had improved their lives thanks to another locally grown delicacy, in their case, black fungus. The two programmes may both be rooted in agriculture, but like projects launched across the country, they were designed to suit the needs and conditions of the communities that they set out to help. From 2013 to 2019, more than 93 million people in China were lifted out of poverty. That's more than 10 million people every year. Yet, at the end of 2019, 5.51 million people in China remained under the poverty line. They represent the nation's most deprived and hardest to support. And as the President has said on many occasions, that no one should be left behind, helping them remains a priority for the country's ruling party. The year end marks the deadline for China to eliminate absolute poverty. And with the country still calculating the impact of coronavirus, it begs the question, can this gigantic undertaking be achieved with little more than 200 days left? Back in Shanxi, the President acknowledged the enormous task ahead to balance the needs of the poverty eradication campaign and the ongoing global public health emergency. Xi has made 2 domestic inspections in less than a month, both to frontline poverty alleviation programs, which speaks volumes about the country's resolve to address an issue that directly relates to its first centenary goal. This task will see China achieve an improved economic state that it calls a moderately prosperous society in all respects. Xi's visit to Shanxi comes less than 2 weeks before the 2 sessions, China's annual gathering of lawmakers and political advisors, which sees development agendas discussed and reviewed, and critical policies adopted. It will come as no surprise that poverty relief is high on the agenda. While in Shanxi, Xi visited the home of Bai Gaoshan in Fangchengnu village, Yungzhou. He chatted with Bai's family as they sat on a kang, a typical bed found across rural northern China that's made from clay and heated in the winter by an internal stove.
就是小孩小不都做出结了我家嘛，可不就小孩 咱不是做梦我都不敢做梦，说周书记在我炕上那坐一下，啊，哎，就因为这个房盖的，周书记不小心给过来观看。
Bai's family were rehomed just last year. They used to live in a yaodong, a house built into the hardened earth common across the Loess Plateau in northern China. The farmland they worked was dry and barren, and their lives harder still. Along with 400 other people, they were relocated to a specially built village. Their new 2-bedroom home cost just 10,000 yuan.
周书记问我你是干啥的？我说我是个电焊工，就在附近打点零工。完，周书记说你个收入情况咋地？我说我干去年也就19年，差不多收入4万左右。书记说那也可以了，这个红利结了，儿子也有了，感觉特别幸福。
Education and training have also helped people kickstart their new lives. As a newly qualified welder in 2019, Bai Lijun saw his wages jump, and he's expecting more this year. Whether it's new skills or scaled up farming or a host of other projects scattered across all 4 corners of China, at its core, the Poverty Alleviation Campaign is about the people whose lives can be improved. It's a marvel that tiny acorns can grow into great oak trees. But China has proved that change can blossom, even from the smallest of flowers. See you next time.